everybody, this is the Whispering Voice, and as always, I hope I find you happy and well. Today is Saturday, and my time, it's 8 o'clock in the evening. We've had some very hot weather here in the UK, and especially North Wales. It's been very humid and muggy, and at some points I've been in the car, and that's been the nicest place to be because of the air conditioning. But it is nice to see that in August, which is our summer, that we are having some hot, nice weather. Maybe not so muggy, but we can't have it always, as they say. But this afternoon, we had quite a heavy downpour for about 40 minutes, and just that little bit of rain, you'll see a big difference in all the growth of the pastures and things. But yes, we haven't had a decent rainfall for a long time. But as I say, the farmers and the local people saying that we desperately need rain now. And on these humid nights, I wish that would come true. But I'm enjoying it all the same. Very nice to see it. Now it must be hot because Humphrey, the ginger and white cat, you may have seen him in the video I did quite a long time ago of showing you the cats. He's taken to sleeping outside at night. Now that's the first time I've known him do that. He's 13 now, 13 years old. But you see, it's so warm and humid. I think he's thick. He's got a thick fur, fluffy cat, so he's probably feeling the warmth. I also find in the house here, with the weather being so hot all day, the heat seems to accumulate upstairs, because heat rises, obviously. And a little trick I've been doing is I have the windows open, obviously, but I open the hatch to the loft or to the attic, the roof space, whatever you know it as, and that releases a lot of heat and creates a through draft, and it does help. So there's a little tip for you. And it reminded me that I don't like to throw things away. If you were to come to my house, and in particular the attic, the loft, you would see boxes and boxes labelled with different things. Some things have been given by family members, other things are clothing, all sorts of things, and I don't look at them one year to the next, but I just will not part with them, because different things have different meanings, and there's always this scenario where my mother, one day when she was here, don't see her very often here, but when she does call, she did say, "Why don't you clear some of these boxes?" She said, "You're obsessed. You're obsessed with keeping things." But she is right in a way, but I don't know, there's this scenario, this saying that's, "I'll keep it just in case." Just in case what? I don't know. But that's how it goes. But I'd rather be that way than just throwing everything away. And another thing, I was told, I went to a supermarket near here, and they told me that they may be stopping giving the carrier bags, plastic carrier bags, just to pre-warn people. Now, I've known them to say this before, but nothing's ever come of it. But thinking back, they're saying they're going to stop giving plastic carrier bags because of the planet and things like that, which is good. However, just thinking back when I was a child, there was no carrier bags, no plastic bags. My mother used to go shopping with a two-wheeled trolley, or cart, as you may know it in America. And she used to go shopping with that, and also like a wicker basket. And of course, it was one of us as children's job to carry the wicker basket or to wheel the trolley, especially when it was full. And then there was no carrier bags or plastic bags, so you took your own bags in those days, so we were better then than we are now. But as I discussed with the lady on the checkout, I said, really, there's no need to stop giving carrier bags or plastic bags out these days. And she quite abruptly said, "Oh yes, because of the recycling and they're looking after the planet and things like that." So I said, well, yes, the reason for not stopping them now is because we've got a good recycling system here in the UK. Well, in North Wales anyway. We recycle all garden waste and all metal, tins, all bottles and glass and plastic and paper and cardboard. So I said, I personally reuse the plastic bags over and over, but for those people who don't, they will just put them in the plastic recycling bin, so they will be recycled. But she didn't seem too convinced on that. So. But anyway, that's my little thought on it. So I hope you're all well and not working too hard. And of course, if you're in the United Kingdom, I hope you're enduring the heat. It's and the rivers are very low. There's one or two rivers, as I've said in previous videos, which are completely dry now, and I've never known that. It's it's quite an eerie thing. There's one part of one walk I do, which I always go to the same spot on this particular river, and it's on a bend. The river's on a bend, and always on this bend, every time I've been, I've always seen the heron, which is like a Jurassic bird, if you like, to look at. It's a fishing bird, and very long legs, and they stand absolutely still in rivers and lakes and things. And then when a fish passes, they strike with their beak. Well, on this particular river and on this particular bend, the heron would be there standing. But the last few weeks I've been, the river's dry, and when I look to where the heron would have been, there's no water and there's no heron, and it's quite a sad thing, really. So I do hope we have some rain to fill these rivers up again, even if it's just for the heron's sake. But the fish are quite safe, because they move along as the river dries. They're probably miles away, but we do lose a lot of fish as well due to drought. But I don't think it's become a problem yet. My uncle is fine. He's just having a few problems with his hearing aid at the minute. I'm not sure if you know anyone that wears a hearing aid, but sometimes they whistle, and his is whistling continuously, and it's driving him mad, I think. And then he switches it off, and then he can't hear what I'm saying. Can't hear what I'm saying, so it's a no-win situation. But I've arranged an appointment in the Glangluid Hospital, which is near, or our local hospital, in their hearing aid department, so we can sort it out for him. And happiness will reign on my uncle's household again. Another little update for you is, you remember the cat that I've been feeding by this old chapel on a lane that I walk along? Well, I've been feeding him every day, and so too, as I say, does a farmer's wife. Well, I didn't think of this before, but I've been feeding him, and sometimes I sit there with him for a bit. I know it sounds silly, maybe, but I just sit on the side of the grassy bank under the hedge, and while he's eating, or she, I think it might be a she, I sit there and just watch as they're enjoying the food. And it's a nice area. So what I do is I give him, or her, I give him a fuss for a bit, and then once the food's gone, I make my way along the lane. Well, I walked, it must have been nearly a mile, and I looked behind, and there he was behind me. So I said, "What are you doing here?" sort of thing, and so I bent down and give him a pat on the head and some fuss. So what I decided to do was to walk back to the old chapel and put some more food out, because I had some biscuits purse in my pocket. And of course, while he or she ate the food, I could make my escape, sort of thing, because I don't want to encourage it back to the house, really, because it's, although I'd love to have it, it's, I know it would be loved and fed and warm, but it wouldn't be fair on the 3 I have, really. So, these things happen. So that's about it, I think. So thanks for listening, and take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon.